So I've done kind of one coat. Now I'm going to go.
Quick question.
Yes.
Rita would like to know, could you put the chocolate into a pastry bag and squirt it onto the PVC and where the glue is, and then use a brush to spread it?
Sure. You
go,
can
Rita.
get it on there any way you
pictures.
want.
We want pictures.
So I'm giving it a second coat just because I don't want it to be any chance of.
Yeah.
And you can coat this different ways. I have seen some cake decorators who take saran wrap and wrap their PVC in saran wrap. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That scares me because I feel like even though you're tightening it and putting it on there, that if somebody cuts the cake too close, and actually if they have a really sharp knife and they cut the saran wrap and maybe they cut another piece over here, that little piece of saran wrap may come off and go with the piece of cake instead of sticking to the PVC. So I prefer the chocolate because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's pretty much on there. So you can see now it's really well coated. You can barely even see where the paint was, the ink was on the PVC. So that is the whole, that's how you cover it. And I would do more coats on all of this. But since this is for the magic of television, we're going to pretend that this whole thing is coated. You can see here I've kind of coated that. I would coat the heck out of it. But we're just going to keep moving. And I can show you that that has all been coated. Everything's been coated. We are ready now to actually work with edible materials, okay? So our structure's ready. It's coated. It's food safe. Your board is protected. We are ready to build up our bottom.
Which is always good.
Always good to build up your bottom.
Okay.
So we are going to take our rice cereal treats that I've got. Rice cereal treats, I said that.
I'm just funning.
Don't mess with me.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay, so
This stuff,
one thing when you use rice cereal treats to build structure, what you want to do is you want to mix it with not only marshmallow, but mix it with melted white chocolate. Because marshmallow is flimsy and doesn't hold its shape really well, and it doesn't dry hard. If you take, now this is pre-made, and I can use this because it's a small structure.
When you say pre-made, you mean pre-packaged. You can buy it in a chunk. You can buy it in
I bought
brick.
a giant sheet of this, okay? And I'm only using this because I'm using a very little piece of rice cereal treat. I'm not building a big, huge, freehanding sculpture. If I were building something like an arm and I was building the whole thing out of rice cereal treats, I want it to really harden. And I would make my own rice cereal treats. I would use marshmallow, but I would add melted white chocolate to it. And you have to use that right away because the melted chocolate will harden and become solid. So what you do for that is you would put it on there in the shape you want it, pack it in really well, and then wrap it in saran wrap. So it holds its shape. The saran wrap has it hold its shape until it's solid, and then you can take the saran wrap off, and that chocolate, that white chocolate, will have hardened your rice cereal treat in the shape that you want it.
Very cool.
So I don't really have to do that because this is such a tiny, we're going to be doing maybe 2 layers of this, which is not that much. So I'm going to take a piece, and I could take my cardboard and cut a circle of it and then like piece that together, or you can just take it and kind of shape it. But I'm going to attach it with the white chocolate because the white chocolate's edible. So that's a good thing when you're attaching it.
And tasty.
And tasty, and it dries hard. So I'm really kind of gooping it on here. I want quite a bit on here because I want it to have something to adhere to. And then I'm going to, trying to figure out how to do this so you guys can see it. I'm going to attach it like this.
There you go.
Okay. Now it's not going to harden. I have to hold it upside down because I need gravity to work with me as opposed to against me. If I were to leave this standing up, it would just fall right off until the chocolate hardened. But so I'm going to just start building it up. Okay.
How thick would you say that is?
This is the one, this is the big sheet you can buy of no name brand
Right. Of
cereal
the
treats.
of the no name brand
Of the
Rice
no
Krispie
name
treats.
brand Rice Krispie treats. And I think the sheet you can buy, you know, it's a big sheet. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's like this size
Yeah, it's
of
gigantic.
a sheet.
Yeah.
And I think it's an inch thick. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to keep building it up. Okay. I would.
Need a hand?
Yeah. Would you hold that?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to take pieces and just keep building it up and mushing them together.